Hello, what's happening there, legends? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little Manchester United transfer update video for you. My goodness me, lots of comments on this evening. We're going to get into it. But hashtag Raphael Varane, hashtag Varane is a red, lads and lasses. Let's be having you. Where are you? Get in there. I hope you're all having a good evening. I'm sure you're all pretty buzzed up by the news that obviously today Manchester United and Real Madrid have reached an agreement for Raphael Varane. And it's just a matter of time, matter of days, maybe even hours before Raphael Varane is a Manchester United player, guys. So get in there, my son. It's absolutely an amazing day. We can really all celebrate the Sancho signing now as well, because that actually means something. You know, if we didn't get this top quality centre back in, the Sancho deal doesn't, you know, it of course helps us. It's a great piece of the puzzle, but the problem areas are I think, most important to improve this summer, and that would be centre back. So Raphael Varane is going to be a red very, very soon. We're going to get into it very, very shortly. We've got plenty to update you on, guys, including some news that he's on his way to Manchester, which we'll get onto in just a moment. But let's just have a little cheeky look at the live chat and give a few shout-outs right now. Thank you to everybody that's joining us. Do us a favour at the start of this stream and hit the thumbs up on it. Or if you're tuning in and catching up with this one later, do leave a cheeky little thumbs up on it there as well. And give it a share on social media if you want. That'd be awesome. And give us a subscribe too if you're new. The special one, how's it going? Leonardo Di Stefano says bargain. You damn right, Leonardo. The money being quoted here is £34 million plus around about £8 million in add-ons. That is what we're understanding right now is the current deal for Manchester United, guys. £34 million plus around about £8 million in add-ons. I mean, that is an absolute bargain, to be fair, for a player like Raphael Varane, regardless of how long he's got left on his contract. If that figure is 100% accurate, then that is an absolute bargain steal. It's a deal. It's a steal. It's the sale of the freaking century in regards to Manchester United's point of view, isn't it? Francois Cock, Nicky Slam, JB, Craig Boy, Aaron, Finley Homeyard, Travis, Kayam, Nigel, great to have you all in here. Thanks for joining us. So let's talk about it then, guys. Fabrizio Romano came out this evening, 8:30 p.m, to give us the latest update in regards to Varane, and this is what he had to say. He said, more details. Raphael Varane contract with Manchester United will be on a 4-year basis, with the option to extend until June 2026. So the deal will be until, June 2025, at which time we'll have, an option of extending, or within the 12 months leading up to that final year, an option to extend his contract for a further year, guys. So we're getting a player here for literally the best years of his career. Initially, it's a 4-year deal, so from the ages of 28 to 32, which should be the prime age for a centre-back in their career. It's just an absolute masterstroke to get a player of this calibre in right now when we absolutely desperately need it too. He says Real Madrid accepted the bid this morning, and he puts a little handshake emoji in there. So we know that happened anyway, but just to give you guys the update and the official confirmation there, Real Madrid accepted the bid this morning for Manchester United for £34 million plus £8 million in add-ons, as reported by some good sources here. So yeah, I mean, that is an absolute bargain. We've got a super chat here, early doors at the start of the stream. It's Mr. Berber. Thank you very much, Berber, for the £10 super chat, you absolute legend. He says, Rafa Varane, world class like Rooney, but won't shag my nan. I love it already. Berber, that's genius. Thank you so much for the £10 super chat there, mate. That's quality. Berber, you're a hero, mate. I love it. I love it. I'm going to steal that one. Okay, so let's get into the details then. Also, I just want to show you this, guys. This is the sort of latest breaking news we've got going on as well. This could be rushed through pretty quick. We understood earlier, as per sources, that the deal is likely to be days, not weeks. So we're expecting this to be any time over the next coming days, but it could be even quicker than that, guys. I'm going to show you this. So I don't know if you can see this depending on the device that you're watching on. But this was just this evening. Jan Arne Fjortov tweeted out just around about 9:20 or something, saying that deal done, 4-year plus 1-year option. Player must be in quarantine when he arrives in England. So that is a bit of an issue. I think maybe 7 days quarantine in England. But hey, who cares about that? As long as you get wrapped him up nice and early. It's brilliant. But look at this. So Fabrizio Romano replied at 9:36, just 30 minutes ago this evening. And as you can see, he's put a winky face, an airplane emoji, and an England flag. A winky face, an airplane emoji, and an England flag. So that basically insinuates that, you know, he's on his way to England pretty damn quickly for finalizations of the deal, things like medicals. And of course, he's going to have to quarantine in that kind of situation as well. But I must admit, you know, I'm blown away by how speedy this deal has been put through. I wasn't really expecting it. I was expecting Real Madrid to play super hard ball all summer long. And I was expecting United to play super hard ball just to try and squeeze the amount of money down on this deal as much as possible. In the end, though, we got him coming in, you know, much sooner than I anticipated, and we're getting him for less money than I thought we'd be getting him for. I mean, altogether, you're talking about 42 million, but an initial 34 million up front with add-ons. That is a cheap deal for a player of Rafael Varane's ilk. Yes, get those plane emojis in there, guys. Come on, get those plane emojis in there, Rafael Varane. Here we go, done deal, on his way to Manchester for a cheeky little medical, etc. Get in there. I'm just gonna take that off then. But yes, look at that, Fabrizio Romano. Hey, what's that doing in the way? Get out of the way. As you can see here, though, you know, winky face, airplane emoji, England flag. It's blatant. It's a blatant clue. It's a blatant clue. Hey, Shazad Ahmed with a super sticker. He's going, it's party time, baby. He's got the party time super sticker out there. Shazad, thank you so much for getting in here with that super sticker of love there, mate. Get in there. Absolutely buzzing for this one. I am as well. Let's all get those party emojis in there, my friends. Let's be having you. Thank you very much, dude. Oh, hang on a second. Wait a second, let me get rid of that. Okay, guys, so I've got lots more information to get into. I will be, you know, jumping in and out of the live chat, so do get your thoughts and opinions in as we go along. Josh Lee, he says, the French partnership. Oh, yeah, you're thinking what, like Pogba? I mean, I'm interested in, you know, the partnership that he has really with Mr. Slabbington Maguire. Will we see Slabiao Varane be an awesome duo that we can look back on like Rio and Vidic? I just wonder if it can cement itself as, you know, as a quality partnership. They can work together and they can actually, you know, start being that duo that we've needed since Rio and Vidic. We shall have to see about that one, but, you know, it seems like they may complement each other. Maguire has had a good season for United over the past year, and with the right player next to him, he could have a great season this year. I do believe that. I don't think he's the problem area in the team as much as, you know, the centre-back that's next to him. Gungshi, how's it going? He says, welcome to Manchester, Raphael and Jaden. Come on, Gungshi, getting those plain emojis in there. Great to see you, my friend. Nicky Slam as well. Lots of plain emojis. Simon Cowie, thank you guys for all the planes. Love it. Right then, the latest, guys. So, the fee for Rafael Varane to Manchester United is 34 million, rising to 42 million pounds with add-ons. So, that is the figure as per quoted by many, many sources. Man United finalising signing of Rafael Varane from Real Madrid. Agreement in place, 28-year-old. Price, £34 million plus add-ons. Deal, 4 years plus an option for an extra year. Medical unclear due to quarantine at the moment. But as I just showed you there, Fabrizio Romano basically indicating that it's not going to be long until this guy is on the way. I think it could be, you know, overnight, in the morning, tomorrow sometime, that you see this medical done, and him obviously being quarantined. He's going to have to go into quarantine for a while. I mean, I don't know how quickly that will happen, actually. It could be a couple of days, because if you think about it, he's got to tie up all the loose ends in Spain. Maybe he has been doing that anyway in anticipation of his move away. And there's a possibility that it could be tomorrow. So I think it will be, but you just never know. Let's see how it goes. Also, David Ornstein reporting that the fee for Rafael Varane will be spread over a number of years. So I guess obviously the initial fee's not spread over a number of years, but the 8 million in add-ons, you know, that is over a period of time. So, I mean, whichever way you look at it for United, it is a sensational piece of business, guys. A sensational business. I want to ask you guys, rate this signing or rate this transfer, this whole transfer, because we have been linked to Varane in the past, but realistically, this only really became a true possibility this summer, and we've got it done pretty quickly. I want to ask you, rate this transfer out of 69. Obviously, 69 being the best. Rate this transfer out of 69. You know what? I mean, I'm going to give it a 68. You know why? Because he's in his prime. He's literally won the World Cup, multiple Champions League winners, been a great, great player for Real Madrid for a number of years now, and also for France too. You've got him for what is essentially peanuts for a guy of his ilk, really. 42 million quid combined in this current day is an absolute steal. So you've got to say, I can't really see how they could have done a much better job than this in terms of signing Rafael Varane, I must admit. We have had a lot of negotiations, a lot of discussions, And I'm just going to say this right now, and I don't think should I say this? I don't know if I should say this. I don't know if I should say this, but you know what? Fair play to Matty Judge and all those twats. And Eddie Woodward, the human potato. You know what I'm saying? Fair play to them, because this is what we've got information here from Samuel Luckhurst from the Manchester Evening News, who just said Man United have been working on Varane for upwards of a month, having expressed firm interest in him midway through last season. The director of football negotiations, Matt Judge, has negotiated the fee down substantially from what Real Madrid were holding out for. So Matty the Judge Meister, fair play, coming through on this one at least, and overseeing a transfer here for Rafael Varane, but not only just getting a player. You know, we have overpaid for great players in the past. He's actually got us a really good deal on it. So you know what? Give him the old two-finger applause there. Now get out. Okay, let me just jump back into the live chat. We've got a couple of super chats here. Guys, thank you so much for getting in here with the super chats. Oh, it's Son Goku Ian. It's Son Goku Ian. Dude, I've missed you too, mate. How you doing? I haven't seen you for a while. I wondered where you got to. He says, Pig, I have missed you. I whispered to my girlfriend, we're signing Varane. Her hair on her arms grew like goosebumps, and 9 months later called our baby Varane. Surely Raphael's more appropriate. Raphael's actually a first name, but hey, I wonder how many kids that are going to be born that are going to be called Varane. Thank you so much, Raphael. I think there's probably going to be a surge of baby Raphaels over the next few years in Manchester. Anyway. Ian, great to see you back, mate. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat there, man. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for that, dude. Hey, we got 100 of you legends tuning in right now. Thanks for joining us on tonight's show. We've got a bunch more to get into. Do us a big favour, actually, if you have not done so. If you're just lurking there, lurking and jerking, do us a favour and hit that thumbs up button. It's free. That'll help us get it out there to a few more peeps and compete with some of the bigger clickbait mounts, etc. So do leave a cheeky little like on it. That'll help us out no end. And make sure if you're new, you hit that subscribe button and do get involved. I want to hear from you. Mr. Safwan M, hello to you tonight. Right then, let me get back into the news, guys. So yes, we've been working on Varane for a while. Matt Judge and the Human Potato and Co. have actually done a bit of a blinder on this transfer. You have to give credit where credit's due. On this occasion, it's an amazing piece of business. What I love about this deal is, sorry, let me go and have a look at your ratings, by the way. Sorry, my bad. So yes, we do have a lot of 69s in there, 67, 68. We're all buzzing about this one, guys. It is a very, very good piece of business. Because of where he's at in his career, he's just entering his prime, really, of what he's won, his experience that he brings to the table. You can't really put a price on that level of experience. You know, Travis sent me a message earlier and he said he's probably the player with the most trophies in the league, pretty much, apart from maybe like Thiago, you know. And when you think about that level of experience, what he's won over at Real Madrid for those years, and of course for France, you know, he's right, that is experience that is invaluable. And when you are trying to get to that next level where you want to be a winning team and you want to be a championship winning team or trophy winning team, you do need some players in there who have that winning mentality and who know how to win games. So, you know, that is a great factor. We're getting a very experienced player in here, but not an experienced player like a Cavani who we're only going to get a year or two out of. This is a guy who's in his prime and we've got him for the best years of his career. So I can't really praise this transfer enough, guys. I think they've done a great job of getting it done quickly. Because it has been, you know, it's pretty quick, really, guys. I mean, we're getting him in before the start of the season. That's all I really care about, anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely sensational. Just absolutely sensational. A 4-year contract, £42 million altogether. Just unbelievable stuff, guys. Unclear due to quarantine at the moment how long he'll have to stay in quarantine. We're expecting about 7 weeks. 7 days, I should say, not 7 weeks. That would be shite. 7 days, I should say. Right, there was one other thing I just wanted to mention before we get on. Okay, yeah. Can we just get a little cheeky little hashtag, let's all laugh at Arsenholans in there, please? Because, crikey, I mean, look at this. This is a great tweet, by the way. I'll credit John Mike Sav on Twitter, right? So Arsenal get Pepe and Ben White for £125 million. And we get Varane and Sancho for £115. £115 million, sorry. I mean, just think about that for a second. They've got Ben White and Pepe for a combined £125 million, 75 on Pepe, 50 on Ben White. And we've signed World Cup winner, multiple Champions League winner, Rafael Varane at 28 years of age for 42 combined. And Sancho for 73. I mean, you got to say it's a great piece of business for Manchester United this window so far. Absolutely great piece of business. Okay, brilliant stuff. Done deal as per reported today. Official announcement after details will be sorted. Here we go. This was another update from Fabrizio Romano this evening. Varane camp still waiting for quarantine rules, but he's expected to fly to England this week. And then obviously since then, he's replied to Fjortoft just with the winky face, the airplane, and the England flag emoji, which is obviously indicating that Varane's going to be on his way very, very soon. Right, let's get into the live chat for a second about Rafael Varane, guys. Get your thoughts and opinions in. I want to hear from you. And as I say, hit the like and get involved with this awesome community and legends. Right then, we just need a magnificent DM, and that will put the cherry on top, says Safwan M. Fantastic, I agree. I mean, actually, we've got some information here tonight in regards to Camavinga here. Fabrizio went on Twitch this evening, and he gave us an update on a few different things as well, one of which was Camavinga. And he said Manchester United has a list of midfielders. They love Camavinga. They are waiting for the best opportunity. So it depends on what happens with other clubs, if they're going to go in for him and put in a transfer to Stade Rennes. And if he wants to join a La Liga club or stay in France and play for PSG or whatever it may be, or who actually is serious about going in for him. If that doesn't materialise, then he may well end up at Manchester United. We're not ruling it out, but we've just understood that he is obviously more favouring a move to La Liga right now. That is what we've got from some reputable sources anyway, such as Fab. So we'll see. We'll give you the latest on regards to midfielders. I mean, just sign any of them, guys. It doesn't really matter. United, just sign any midfielder now. Any of the ones on the list that we're talking about, that we talked about all summer. I'll ask you guys, who would you want to sign? You can sign one more player this window. Who is it? Which midfielder would you sign? So I'll be honest, I don't care as long as it's one of these good midfielders on the shortlist. People like Declan Rice, Ruben Neves, Sal, Camavinga, Basuma, even him, Basuma. You know, he's an easily obtainable player, really. You look at any of those guys as an added player to the transfer window this summer. It would be a sensational window if we could do that, and that's exactly what we should do. Because McTominay and Fred, although good, they're not good enough, guys. You know, they're really not good enough. And Nemanja Matic, he's a Frankenstein's monster of a man. You know, it's the electricity bill to charge him up weekly is extortionate, dudes. The cost alone is no. But seriously though, we do have a need for a top quality, in my opinion, a central defensive midfielder. The other areas of the midfield, I'm not bothered about really. You know, Pogba, if he stays, hey look, he's a great player, man. He's a great box to box player. I think McTominay's a good box to box player as well. He could play on, you know, on say in a 4-2-3-1, the right side of the midfield, while the CDM alongside him does all the major defending. Because I actually like McTominay going forward. I think he's quite awkward. He's quite big, rangy. You know. He scores some goals. He can score some goals. I think he's got a future as a box-to-box midfielder. I don't really like him as an out-and-out defensive midfielder as much. That's just my opinion, though. You look at some of the other players, you know, that are available there to us. Any of those players I just mentioned, any 5 of them, would be absolutely fine as an addition to Manchester United this summer. Let's see who you guys would like to see come in then. Sal Niguez says, Simon Cowie, I'm with you on that one. Hey there, Ellie. Hope you're good too. Thank you for getting in here this evening. Yes, not too shabba-labba. Hope you're doing well. The Cake Cadet, how are you doing, bud? The Cake Cadet says, what's the sauce? What do you mean, bud? That's not how you spell sauce, by the way. Sauce for which what? For what I mentioned. Gangshi, he says, Ndidi, ideally. That's quite hard to say. But indeedy, ideally. But any good CDM would be acceptable. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If we're living in, you know, I don't know, Cloud Cuckoo Woodward Land or something, then we will get Wilfred Ndidi this summer. But it's not going to happen, I don't think, because they all want 90 million quid for him. And we're not going to do that. But yeah, because of the Rice-Lingard connection and the fact that we maybe could use him to sort of, as a make weight in the deal, means that the Rice deal could happen. I could see that happening. I could even see us going to sign Ruben Neves and poaching him off of Wolves. That's highly possible. There is that Bruno Fernandes vibe connection there as well. I could see us going to get a Basuma, a player like that, just a cheaper player from a lesser team that's more easily obtainable. I could see us also going to get Sal over Atletico Madrid. If Atletico needs a Sal and he's available, and United seem to be pretty serious about recruitment this summer and challenging, then I could see it happening. Ice Queen Gaming, great to see you. How you doing tonight? Yes, are you buzzing? Yes, Rick Patrick will be able to play so high. Okay, brilliant. This is what I'd like to say. You see now, The midfield that we've got at the moment, it will be better because of having Raphael Varane in the team. Theoretically, anyway, that's the idea. Once Varane's in there, because he's got the pace, because he's just a better defender than Lindelof, he's not going to be out of position so much. He's not going to be found out so much. He's going to be better in the air, clearing balls away, all that sort of stuff. Because of those things, we aren't going to be as vulnerable in the midfield, I don't think. Because now it will give us a little bit more freedom. Maybe when they do get through in behind and there's that space in behind our midfield, maybe it won't hurt us so often now if we've got a proper world-class quality beast in there alongside Slavington to boss and marshal that defence. I think that is just going to have a knock-on effect for the rest of the team. You know, you've got a strong base. All the best teams are built on a great defence. And if you've got a great defence, then the rest of it can take care of itself to a degree. We've got great attacking players. There's no doubt in our forward line. I think it's one of the best in the league. You know, Bruno Fernandes, Rashi, Cavani, Sancho. It's one of the best in the damn continent. So I'm not bothered about that. What I am concerned about is the defensive midfield aspect of our team and also the defence. But I've got no issue with any other part of the defence, really. It's just that right-sided centre-back, basically, or the player that needed to come in and be a partner with Maguire. If Maguire can actually prove himself to be that player that we all thought he was going to be when we signed him for 80 mil, then brilliant. He needs a good partner. Let's have a look. Let's see if he's still making those gash errors and if it was just Victor Lindelof leaving him exposed all the bloody time. Let's find out. It may well not be the case, but I'm thinking it's definitely going to help Slabby having Varane there. Yes, Nicky Slam, love it. Yeah, great comment. He says, what about Calvin Phillips from Dirty Leeds Scum? He's a great player too. Yeah, I like him. The Yorkshire Pearler had a very, very good Euros. Good season for Leeds. Probably be reasonably cheap. You might even be able to include some sort of a make-weight deal in there for Daniel James' son. So that's a really good point. They're interested in Daniel James. Bielsa wants James. We've heard that. We know that in the past. He nearly signed for Leeds at one point. He was literally in Leeds, ready to sign. I can't remember what happened now. The deal got scuppered last minute before he signed for United. So, you know, that is possible. Just like we've got a Jesse Lingard bargaining chip, we've also got a Dan James bargaining chip for Leeds. That's a good player for Leeds. The way they play, a big pace merchant like that, they're absolutely brilliant. And I do rate Calvin Phillips. I think he's a nice person as well. I think he's a nice lad. I think he actually just fits into what we're doing at United right now pretty well. So, yeah, I would actually be really happy with that. Smash a 69 in there if you would welcome Calvin Phillips to the posse. Hey, Dante, he says, Oral Mangala from Stuttgart. Very good CDML. Fair play to you, Mr. Daniel Tay. How are you going there, son? Are you buzzing for this one? Raphael Varane soon to be a Manchester United player. Cheap English tax takes him to at least 60 million, says Griffith Chaz. Well, I mean, you're going to have to pay that on any sort of transfer you're getting, I suppose. But, I mean, excuse me, who are you talking about? Raphael Varane? I think Varane is super duper duper cheap. 42 million altogether there. Come on now. You know, what do you expect? That is a dirt cheap deal by today's standards for a world-class centre-back. Cantona 7 says Matic, Lingard and Phil Jones and Dan James out. Rice and Camavinga in. Bloody hell. Could you imagine if United signed 2 midfielders this window? I can't. Maybe if Pogba left, I could see that happen. And if Pogba was sold to PSG here, then I could see that happening, I suppose. But the chances are, nah. Chances are we'll be lucky to get 1 midfielder. But could you imagine if we actually signed Camavinga and Rice? Wow. I mean, that'd be amazing. That's what we should do. And sell Pogba at the same time. Hey, the Cake Cadet with a £2 super chat. Thank you so much, dude. He says, Man United are going ham, pig. You love to see it. Mate, they're going absolutely ham out there, aren't they? They're sizzling that bacon in the transfer window so far, mate. Yeah, I can't really fault them. Apart from Sancho was last summer's transfer, and that's what's, I was a little bit reluctant about celebrating until now, where I see us actually going to sign other players that are very, very much, on the... Just need to put this fan on. It's getting bloody roasting in here, man. Turn the fan off for a minute. Just hopefully it doesn't pick up on the microphone. Now start to sweat all over the place. But anywho, what was I going to say? Yes, mate. Man United doing some crazy bits in the window. They are investing in the team. But you know what? I can't get away from the fact that this is all just to undo some of the hurt that they did recently. The Glazers, of course, they have run this club into the ground over the last 16 years. And they've neglected a lot of areas of the club. And they also tried to sell us down the garden path with that European Super League guff. So let's not forget that. But yeah, I mean, they had to have a big window this summer just to try and convince the fan base that, we're not a complete bunch of charlatan, disgraceful melts. That you think we are, and we are actually going to give you what you want now and try and challenge for the title. I mean, if they do that, that's all you really want from your owners. You just want your owners supplying your team with what they need, developing all different areas of the club. It's not just the squad, also the different aspects behind the scenes and the facilities and all that kind of thing too. We have been neglected over the years. And also paying that debt off. United shouldn't be shackled by debt. United is a hugely commercially successful club, and we generate so much money from this brilliant fan base, but also from, you know, commercial deals, because we're such a huge brand. But if you take that away, we have to still perform on the pitch, and they have neglected that area of it. They might have been great at getting commercial brand deals in and sponsorships and all this sort of stuff, but they have neglected the playing squad over the last few years, I think, and also the other aspects of the team. So as long as they do give us fans what we want, then, you know, most of these modern day owners are kind of shy, aren't they? Most of these modern day owners are kind of shy. There's only a few rich, super duper billionaire sugar daddies that just sort of like give you exactly what you want as a fan. There's only a couple, really. Most owners, it's a business, you know. It's an enterprise. They're trying to make money, most of them, and it's kind of sad. But you know, we have got, I think, particularly shy owners. But let's not get away from the fact that, yeah, this is just a paper over the cracks, I think, for them with the fan base. Guys, let's get a hashtag Glazers out going in the live chat, please. I'd appreciate that. Hey, we got a new member, mate. It's Nicky Slam, absolute old school legend. What's going on, Nicky Slam? How you going there, bud? Really hope you're doing good. Really hope you're doing good there, Nicky Slam. New member of the Bacon Brigade. Guys, let's get a cheeky little Bacon Brigade emoji in there for her. I'm going to pop some in there for Nicky Slam, guys. Get in there, Nicky Slam. Beautiful stuff. Welcome to the Bacon Brigade. New channel member. Love to see it. Thank you so much for joining us. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. Nicky Slam, thank you very much. Yes, celebrate that. Celebrate with those emojis. Okay, so what I'm going to get into now, guys, is the next bit of transfer information. Then we will get back into the Q&A. But hey, look, we've got some more breaking, or not breaking, but some more information here being reported that Axel Tuanzebe is on the list for a loan at Newcastle United. They could be interested in taking on a season-long loan. This is something that maybe we're going to have a look at now, guys, because of the current situation with the defence. We've got too many players in there. I mean, I'm going to ask you a question in the live chat now, guys. So we're going to get a cheeky little poll on the go. Please do have a vote. Which centre-back should leave / loan, I guess. Okay, right. And I'm going to say, so there's Tuanzebe. I mean, Tuanzebe may be one to actually be loaned out because he deserves to have game time at this stage. We've just added another top-class centre-back in there who's going to deny Tuanzebe from having as much game time. And then maybe he should be looking to move on, in all honesty, right? Of course, there's Lindelof. Right, okay. I mean, I'll put this out there, guys. So what centre-back should leave / go on loan? Have a vote in the live chat. There's a cheeky little poll. Do have your say. I mean, I think I know who's going to win that poll, but you just never know. Jones, says Matthew. Very, very good point. Very, very good point. I think I know who's going to win that poll, but there you go. So Axel Tuanzebe could be out on the way this summer in the way of a loan deal. We'll see what happens in regards to that. We'll give you more breaking information as it comes. Regards to Paul Pogba, Romano just gave us an update on Twitch this evening and said that Manchester United and PSG is not advanced. They are not close. United will fight to keep Pogba at the club. We will see in the coming days. So we know obviously contract negotiations have been raging on most of the summer here. It's a horrible situation with Paul Pogba. We want to get the guy signed up to a new deal, obviously, but not a ridiculously extortionate deal that is just not worth it. The guy is not worth more than 350k a week because he's not our best player in the team. If you're going to get paid the best player wages, you need to be the best player, and he's not. He might be the biggest name or a biggest star or whatever, but he's not the best player. I can't justify United increasing his wages by anything, really. If anything, we should be talking about a wage reduction here based on performances. So, he had a good season, but, see you later on, Pogba. What do you guys think about Pogba? Keep or sell? It's time to go, isn't it? It's time to go. I know a lot of you rate him. I rate him too on his day. It just doesn't come often enough. I'm done with even talking about Pogba and contracts and his shitty parasitical agent, mate. His fucking tapeworm of an agent. I'm disgusted with talking about it. Also, we got some news with Manchester United. We talked about it briefly earlier, but it's finalising plans for a new fan advisory board and expanded fans forum following constructive dialogue with fan representatives of the Manchester United Supporters Trust. The terms of reference and composition of both bodies have been agreed in consultation with the existing fans forum and with Must in its capacity as an accredited independent fan group representing Manchester United supporters. Quotes, to quote Colette Roche, Manchester United Chief Operating Officer, she said, "We are pleased with the progress made so far towards building a framework for more effective engagement between the club and its supporters. As Joel Glazer told the fans forum in June, we're committed to strengthening fan representation and the role of fans at the heart of the club. And the new fan advisory board and expanded fans forum will help that process." Yeah, so as we've discussed, it's a big charm offensive. It is a charm offensive by the Glazers and the PR department. It's a charm offensive. They're trying to give us what we want for the players. And also, they're doing things like this to try and reassure the fan base, to try and give us more clarity and also more communication, and to be more involved with the inner workings of the club here. There's nothing bad about that. But the only reason they've done this, it's blatant, is because of what they did with the European Super League. I don't think they'd be doing this if it wasn't for that. It's as simple as that. In fact, I know they wouldn't be. So, yeah, okay, they're making strides in terms of fan interaction and also, having fans more involved in maybe some of the key decisions behind the scenes and these type of things. But it's only because of what they did is such an atrocity, and that they've got to delete and undo what they've done. So, to me, hashtag Glazers out all the way. They're absolute vermin scum still. I don't care if they sign Cristiano Ronaldo, Aymar, Bruce Lee, Messi. If it doesn't matter. It's just not. I'm not interested in what they've got for us going forward. Fuck them. Jesse Lingard could be sold to bring in Declan Rice. Maybe we could also sell him to fund another midfielder. This is what an understanding is as well. Jesse Lingard is one of those players that maybe we could look to try and cash in on this summer. He's one of those. It's will he or won't he? It's does it even matter if he does? It doesn't really matter for us. If he stays, we've got a decent sort of a squad player. If he goes, then we've generated a bit of cash. We've freed up some good wages in the transfer, because he is in the wage structure, because he's on quite a lot of money. And then we can go and sign another transfer and improve elsewhere. That's the idea. Or you can put him in a make-weight deal for Declan Rice. Bring in Declan Rice. I like the Declan Rice deal more and more as the days go on. And I think it's kind of realistic because of the fact that we've got Jesse Lingard there, who was on loan at them for a while and did a very, very good job towards the end of last season and was bossing it for them. I'm sure they would want Jesse back. Now, we get another homegrown player in Declan Rice. I don't think he's absolutely top class or anything, but he is a defensive midfielder, and that is important. A defensive-minded midfielder to defend in midfield is what we need, really, to free up the rest of the creative midfield that we have and protect the back four. That is perfect. And if we can get somebody who's proper out-and-out defensive midfielder, that's great. What I would say about the other lads we've mentioned, the Sals of this world and the Ruben Neveses, they're great midfielders, they're great pass masters and, playmakers, this sort of stuff. But they're not an out-and-out defensive midfielder like a Wilfred Ndidi or a Declan Rice. This is what I would think is Manchester United's top of United's list now after we got Varane and Sancho in, would be a defensive midfielder. So, looking very good in regard to going for another midfielder, though. I don't think the business is necessarily done for United this summer. Let me ask you that, peeps. Let me ask you that. Okay, let's just say we get Varane signed, which seems to be imminent. And let's just say that we get, obviously, Sancho signed up. How many more signings do you think Manchester United will make after Varane and Sancho this summer? How many more signings do you think Manchester United will make after Varane and Sancho? 0? 1? 2? I don't know. Let me know what you think. I think we'll get one more player in because we need a midfielder. It's pretty evident, really, and we are being linked to a lot of different midfielders. And we might sell a player. We've still got a couple of players there that we could get rid of to try and balance that out a little bit. So I still think there's some business to be done here. 2 more, says Shazad Ahmed. Wow, Berber thinks 2 more. Neves, says Kieran Kennedy. 2 says Gabriel Coleman. 1 says Owen Malambo. 1 says Griffo Chaz and Paul Ramsey and Scudio 1 and Rushmano, Jay and Matthew. Yeah, me too. I'm on board with that. But what an amazing window that would be. I mean, you can't really argue with that either. Rate it out of 10, guys. What sort of a window would it be for Manchester United if we say finish the window with, let's say, Rice, let's say Sancho and Varane? If we'd have finished it with those 3 players, how do you rate the window out of 10? Let me know your thoughts. It's got to be a 9, doesn't it? It's got to be a 9. The only way it could be better, really, is if we got another midfielder or maybe strengthened further in the right-back position, and then we would really have a full set of cards to take to the table. Ollie in, you absolute legend. How's it going? He says, speaking of football, for no reason whatsoever, I've been singing the Adam Johnson chant the entire day. You are. Daz Sweets with a 9 out of 10. Rushmana with a 9 out of 10. Kieran Kennedy with a 10 out of 10. Matthew Doherty, 9.5 out of 10. Seems like the fan base would be buzzing their boobies off with that transfer window if we could wrap that up. I mean, you can't really argue with it. I didn't see it coming, guys. You know what United are like. You look at the last couple of transfer windows from United, we're a bunch of bottle merchants in the window. Last summer was a debacle. Went all summer long trying to get Sancho, ended up opting for Cavani instead as the cheaper option. We got Tellez in last day of the window, and Donny van de Beek didn't really work out that season either. So it was actually a pretty gash window. Didn't sign anyone in January. You know what United are like. We've been crying out for a top quality centre back for years. I just can't believe it's actually coming to fruition now. And we're going to get him in. It's unbelievable. Also, United signed up 3 more academy players for the future. Long-term contracts here for Paul Woolston, Joe Hugill, and Charlie McNeil, guys. Like I said earlier on, we've got some great talents for the youth setup as well. The likes of Alanga and Hannibal and Chong and Garner and Mengi and Laird and, I mean, actually just the list goes on and on. And these guys, we're signing up players, we're planning for the future. Give it 5 years' time, all these players that I just mentioned on this list. They may well be breaking into the first team. They may well be in the first team because I think Solskjaer is trying to bring that whole philosophy of producing our talents, our own talents through back at Manchester United. That needs to be a big part of the club. And I think he completely understands that. And with the amount of seeds we've planted recently in terms of like the youth setup and signing young players, 14, 15, 16-year-olds from good clubs, good places around Europe, and the strides we've made in that area, I think it's pretty damn significant. I honestly think that we are planting a massive amount of seeds. And in about 5 years' time, we're going to have an old bloody orchard out there, guys, of fruit to choose from. It's amazing. I think we're going to seriously have a great team just from the youth setup in 5 years' time. You look at the players we've got, some of them are going to be amazing. Right, okay then. So confirm next. Okay, fantastic. Right, so here we go. Look at this. Announcement of Varane to United will happen next week. Confirmed, says Fabrizio Romano. Oh, wow, okay. So, yes, I mean, it is obviously Monday. We'll see about this. Hopefully it happens a lot sooner than this in terms of an official announcement. But I guess that doesn't mean that the deal's not done. Like, look at the Sancho deal. He obviously flew in, had his medical. Then it took another week before there was an official announcement. So, yes, the official announcement might be in a week's time. There's obviously medicals, paperwork, quarantines to deal with and stuff. So once all that is taken care of, then I guess they will make the official announcement. So yeah, no, that's pretty interesting, really. Yeah, so we're expecting an official announcement in as quick as a week. Could be even sooner, I suppose, depending on what else occurs. But yeah, you know what it's like with the official announcements, guys. They take their time on it, but that is quick stuff. Get in there. Neves, yes, brilliant stuff. I would like Ruben Neves at the club too. Fix the problem says Ollie got excuses now. How do you mean fix the problem? Do you mean he's got no excuses now? I feel like he's not got many excuses now, really. If he's got Varane and he's got Sancho and he gets a midfielder in there, you look at the squad, it's filled with talents. You look at the amount of world-class players we got in there, that's on the rise. So I would say that now Manchester United have, well, let's just think about it. I think you have to say De Gea's world-class. Of course you do. He's a world-class goalkeeper. Luke Shaw, based on his form over the last season, he's world-class. Slabby Maguire, I'm not going to put him in there. Varane, I'm going to say that he's world-class, guys. Look at what he's won and what he's done. We'll have to see how he does in the Premier League, but world-class. Wan-Bissaka, I mean, maybe being a defensive right-back, he's world-class. Bruno Fernandes, creative boss. Look at the stats, world-class. Rashford, not quite there yet. Cavani, world-class. Sancho, I mean, maybe not. Maybe we'll have to see how he does in the Premier League, but potentially world-class here. Potentially world-class right now. If not, definitely will be in the future, we'd say. So you factor that in. That is a lot of talented players in the squad. If you get some more players like Declan Rice or a defensive midfielder, then it's only going to boss us. It's only going to make us boss. Sir Greenwood, hello. He says, Mr. P, like how can going to leave TOT? We should try get Son. What is the matter with Son Heung-min? The guy must be a complete blithering idiot. I'm just going to put that out there. He signed up to a new 4-year contract at Spurs. Holy crap, Daniel Levy must have spiked his cornflakes that morning. Because what the fuck's going on? He's obviously a loyal lad, I get that. He loves playing at Spurs. You know, money talks and all that. But Son Heung-min's a player that I'm pretty sure any team in the Premier League would want. I'm pretty sure any team, most teams around the world would want a player like Son Heung-min in there. He's so tenacious, he works so hard. you know, him and Kane are by far away, I think, Spurs' best players. You have those two players in your attacking lineup, and you've got a chance against anybody. I truly believe that. And so I'm very surprised that nobody else has gone in for Son. I'm very surprised that a player like Son would want to stay at Spurs, where he's just going to be a mediocre meltbag and not win a damn thing. I feel like you have to question these guys' ambition. You can't question their loyalty. Fair play to them. You can't question that. You can question their ambition, though, and say, what the fuck are you doing? And if Harry Kane stays there this summer as well, you know, what's he doing? He's definitely not going to win jack shit at Spurs. It makes no sense whatsoever from his point of view. I don't get it. I'm gutted about that, because I think Son would have been just an amazing... Imagine if we'd have pulled off the Son signing. It's not worth talking about, but yeah. He signed a new contract at Spurs the other day for 4 years. What a blithering idiot. Yeah, you're right, Kieran Kennedy. It says Son would improve any team in the world. He's actually my favourite player. He's probably my favourite player of any player who doesn't play for Manchester United in the Prem. Apart from that diving bullshit he did against us last time, of course. Take that out of it. But in terms of just what he brings to Spurs' team and how tenacious he is and stuff, he's probably my favourite player to watch. And I think he's probably one of the most effective and best players in the league. Okay, you've got your Kevin De Bruyne's of this world. You can't deny him. But how about Son Heung-min? He's a complete beast. Daz Sweet says Ramos used to hang Varane out to dry. Ramos fancied himself as a midfielder most games. There you go. I mean, look, I saw somebody come in here on my comments on my video earlier and say something along the lines of this. Oh, good job. Good luck with Rafael Varane. He's shit. He's basically just been playing second fiddle to Pepe until like 4 years ago. It's like, yeah, okay, but that's what happens. You're a youngster. You come through. And you rise through the ranks and you replace the older, more senior players. So I've got no issue with that. What? Just because Ramos and Pepe, these guys were ahead of him a few years ago, that's such a bullshit argument. I don't get that whatsoever. I'm not interested in that argument anyway. 4 years of him being their, one of their key players alongside Ramos there, that's good enough for me. And he's won the World Cup during that period. He's won multiple Champions League. That's good enough for me. So, and plus Pepe, I'm not being funny, but Pepe was a top-class centre-back back in the day as well. Even still to this day, he's good. He's still playing. He's like probably 100 years old. He's even still good. Pepe was top-class. He might be a raving lunatic and get sent off every other game, but he was actually a really great defender. He's the sort of guy you would have wanted in your team. Fix the Promise says, don't you think Varane will get exposed by a shit system and play in the likes of McToilet and Fred? No, I think he will... I think he will help us in those regards, as I said, because we'll be a bit more safe at the back. He's able to cover that ground. We're not going to be hurt so quickly if we're a little bit higher up, if we're, a little bit pressed up the pitch, pushed up, and, they get a ball in behind, because he's got a bit more pace about him. He's a better judge of the game, and that should help us actually concede less goals. I think, he's obviously going to have to defend. That's his job. He's coming to defend. He's going to defend. But if anything, it's not going to hurt us. It's not going to hurt us any more than Lindelof anyway. But we do need to address that central defensive midfield problem, absolutely, because we've got good players there, just nobody great. We're crying out for a proper Kante-type player. Hey, we got over 150 of you legends in it and 109 likes on the stream, guys. That's awesome. Do us a big favour. Hit the thumbs up button. Let's see if we can get to 150 on the stream. Centre-backs are like a fine wine, says Drew Who. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Yeah, he's only just coming to the best years of his career now. 28 to 33 is the best years of a centre-back's career by a long way, really, because they're still physically at the races. Their knees aren't going. They're still there, physically fit. But they've just got those years of experience at the top level in the professional game to call upon. Rafael Varane has been there, done that, won everything there is. So, yeah, I mean... Hope we quickly move on a CDM now, says Daz Sweets. Absolutely, my friend. Yo, what's going on there, G-Wolf United? How are you going, sir? Bell6991, he says, imagine the club you support being so shit you migrate to other fan channels, says Bell6991. Who's in it? Oh, biggest Burnley fan. I know, that's funny, isn't it? Biggest Burnley fan, how you doing? Always getting in there with his bitter comments about Manchester United. I don't really truly believe he's a Burnley thing. I think he's a Liverpool scoomer or something. I don't know any Burnley saddos that would be that intent on covering United channels and putting the boot in like that. Plus, they're not in a position to do so, are they? Yeah, get back to the championship, says Berber. Sean B says, get in, pig. We have finally got our man Varane. I'm actually starting to believe again. It's been far too long since we really had that belief. Back when Fergie was here. Come on, United, get in. Yeah, a lot of that credit deserves to be given to Solskjaer because he has sort of brought that I don't know, the right environment back at Manchester United. I feel like we're back under the right mentality, the right philosophy at United. Seems like we're just playing our football in the right way. More so, okay, we weren't a super duper attacking outfit last season. We still had to play a lot of defensive games, but we still had amazing scalps in there, big results against City and all the big teams, and smashing up Southampton 9-0. It's not like we were super defensive the whole season. So I'm not hearing that really. I think overall, you have to navigate games. You have to set your team up to get the results in tough games against really good creative attacking teams. And if you just let them create whilst you try to create, then you may well lose the game. I think Solskjaer's a tactically astute manager, to be fair, for the way that he's chopped and changed between playing the three at the back defensive counter-attacking system in the big games to, the other systems, the 4-3-3 or the 4-2-3-1. Shazad Ahmed says, Piggy, read my message. Pig, do a poll. How many trophies we're winning this season? Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, go on then. Let's have a look at that. So I'm going to end this poll because it's kind of pointless, isn't it? We've had 171 votes. And which centre-back would you like to see leave? I have now ended the poll. And the poll has spoken, my friends. The fan base has spoken. Phil Jones is a unanimous winner, really. 75% of the vote. 75% of the fan base would like to see Phil Jones leave out of all the centre-backs in the first team. Yeah, it's blatant. I know, yeah. Mount says Sancho, now Varane. Wow. CDM next, hopefully. Yeah, big time. Okay, so let's have a look. How many trophies are we going to win this season? I like it, Shazad Ahmed. Let me ask you guys this question. Me, I think one. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's all about progression. I don't see us just instantly be able to win a treble or something like that. Are we winning this season? But I still I think that should be the bare minimum, really. We need to be looking at I'm just going to put 0, 1, 2, and 3. There's only 4 options, so I'm not going to put 4 or something stupid. Okay, so there you go. How many trophies we win in this season? 0, 1, 2, or 3. Have a vote in the live chat. I'm going to say 1. That should be our ambition this season, is to win our trophy. If that's the Premier League title, that would be the best, of course. If it's not the Premier League title, we want that Champions League trophy. But if it's not the Champions League trophy, hell, I would settle for an FA Cup all day long at this stage, because it's just about Solskjaer getting that first trophy as Manchester United manager and getting us back onto winning ways. We know, obviously, Sir Alex Ferguson, how long it took him to get a trophy at Manchester United in the FA Cup. And then when it finally came, that's essentially kept his job, and he was able to build that dynasty that he went on to build. So, yeah, I'm very, very, very behind the whole coaching staff, behind Solskjaer. I've bought into the what we're trying to do. I've bought into his signings. I think his signings have been brilliant, as we've discussed before, guys. There's a lot of people who slagged off Solskjaer and his ability to attract top name players to the club. Well, he's certainly not failed to do so this summer. We've got Sancho and Varane coming, may have some other big midfielders signing too. Pretty amazing. Cantona 7's off, mate. You're a legend. He says, love to you all. Great stream, Pigs. See you soon, ladies and gents. Also, we win 4 trophies this season. Go on, Cantona 7. Thanks, mate. Great to see you. Have a great night, man. Thank you so much. Dr. Stealth Hudson, great to see you as well. He says, hello, Pig. It's been a while. It has. How you doing there, the doc? He says, do not get too excited about Varane. I've seen a lot of Real Madrid games where Varane played, and he was never a world class. Trust me. I hope to be proved wrong, though. Well, okay, Dr. Staff, I hope you are proved wrong too. I mean, I've seen him play for France probably more than I have for Real Madrid, and I've always been impressed with him for France. But look, fair enough. If you're watching Real Madrid week to week, that's not something that I've done. What I have seen, though, is him play a couple of English teams over the last year and not do very well in those games whatsoever. So I am a little bit concerned. Can we just imagine it now, guys? We spend 42 minutes, it's a bargain. But could you just imagine if this guy comes and he's just not cut out for the Premier League and he turns out to be the French Phil Jones? I don't even want to think about it. No, let's not think about that. He's going to be boss, mate. Come on, this guy's going to be absolute boss. He's going to be a boss, mate. Varane should be out of isolation for the Everton pre-season game. Come on, Simon Cowley. That'd be sensational, won't it? 2nd or 3rd in the league, win an FA Cup, run in the Champions League. Yeah, that would be a great season for us, actually, Matthew. Because it's about progression, isn't it? And the league, even if we finish 3rd in the league, but challenge closely and don't finish too many points behind, that is progression in a way, even if it's the actual position is below 2nd. As long as we win a trophy, I mean. Because there's progression. We need to win things. We need to challenge for titles. We finished 14 points off of City last season, but if we finished, 4 points off of them, but finished 3rd, it's still progression, even if we actually went backwards in terms of league position, if you know what I mean. So it's all about having the title challenge. It's all about having a good run in the Champions League and also winning a trophy. League Cup, the Mickey Mouse Cup, okay, we take it. It's not ideal. Better than a kick in the anus. But we want an FA Cup. We want a Champions League. We want a Premier League trophy. Of course we do. Mount says too expensive. Rice is a bit of an issue, isn't it? I mean, this guy is supposed to be valued at £70 million. I mean, who's smoking what when they're talking about Declan Rice being worth 70 million? He's not worth 70 million. He's worth 40 million. He's worth 40 million quid, in my opinion. Maybe 50 max. How much do you think he's worth, guys? I'm saying 50 million max. But because we got the Jesse Lingard bargaining chip there, there's a good chance we could get him for around about 40 million quid. Jesse's not worth that much to me, really. I think 20 million, you know, he is on a lot of money. You have to factor that into his value because of potential clubs going to have to pay somewhere in that region to convince him to, you know, to give up that United contract. So, yeah, so you can't ask too much for Jesse, but because we've got Jesse, because West Ham want him and they've had him and they know what a good player he can be for them, I think I think that's the one I'm looking more likely for at the moment, or thinking is more likely as Declan Rice coming to Manchester United, to be fair. Yeah, we could go and sign Bissouma or Sal or Ruben Neves, but I just feel like the Declan Rice deal is the most realistic out of all the players that we've discussed because of that Lingard link. 35 million, says Nigel. Billy Ellingworth says, English though, isn't he, Piggy? Will always cost more. So true, yeah, you have to add that big premium on for being an English player. It's very true. He is homegrown, he's got that homegrown status. And of course, because he is playing in the Premier League also, that's another thing. Like, it's from a rival, it's another club that's in the league that is going to lose out and you're going to benefit from their players. So you have to compensate them for that. West Ham compensate. Hey, we got 120 likes on the stream. Nice one, guys. Keep smashing that thumbs up if you're joining us. Really appreciate it. If you haven't hit the like yet, please do. It's free. Give it that cheeky little Zinedine Zidane headbutt on it. That Roy Keane stomp. That Gareth Southgate baghead. Nicky Slam, he says, trophy is a trophy, but we're Manchester United. We should be winning trophies. Definitely. All I really ask from United is to be competitive every single season to win trophies. You're not going to win trophies every single year. Even the great Sir Alex Ferguson went some barren seasons. Not very often, he usually won something, but he did go some barren seasons at United, and only 50% of the time for Sir Alex's career at United did he win the league or in the Premier League. Only 50% of the time. The other 50% of the time it went to, you know, Arsenal or Chelsea or City or whatever. So, you know, it's very hard to win trophies at the top level. Even if you're the greatest coach with the greatest teams, it's still hard to actually win them. So, yeah, we just want to be challenging for things. We want to be a team that's capable of winning all things. We should be challenging on all fronts. And as a fan base, we deserve to be a winning team and to have at least the tools to do the job. So, yeah, great stuff. Daz Sweet says Messi will regret not wanting to prove himself somewhere else. Yeah, a bit disappointing, that, isn't it? That's one thing we have to say about Rafael Varane. We're getting a player here who, I'm sure he had other options there as well. He could have stayed at Real Madrid. Maybe the money is a factor, of course. But, hey, look, the challenge is there for him at Manchester United. He's coming to the Premier League. He can establish himself as a top player in the Premier League. He can be a big star in a big team in the Premier League. He's done everything at Real Madrid. He wants a new challenge. I say fair play to the lad. He's still in his prime. It's not like he's coming here for a big payday, I don't think. I think he really is coming also for the challenge and to play in the Premier League for United. I think he's bang up for it, guys. That's what I really like about this signing. Hey there, Denise. How you going, Denise? She says, if Varane doesn't sign, I hope he does. We will definitely sign Koundé. Well, actually, Denise, it's funny you mentioned that because, you know, it's obviously bullshit. But the Daily Mail, I think it is. Yeah, you know it's bullshit when it's in the Daily Mail. The Daily Mail reporting that Manchester United are also very interested in signing Jules Koundé as well. I'm not going to talk about that because, in my opinion, it's just not really, you know, it's not really realistic. But, yeah, I mean, actually, imagine if we signed two centre-backs. But I'm not going to talk about that one because I personally do think that is BS. Imagine if we just went out there and signed Koundé as well. But yes, good point, Denise. If we don't get him, we should get, you know, another centre-back. But we are going to get Varane now. It does seem like he is, it's just a matter of time. Dino Bain says 35 million for Rice at most. Yeah, he's not really that highly priced either. I don't think he should be very expensive. Joshua Asimwe thinks 50 million. I think that's what his maximum value is, yeah. Rice is pretty good, just overpriced, as Alex Fames agreed. I'll give them Phil Jones and Jay Lings, says Sir Greenwood. Hey, look, we'll have to pay them to take those guys off our hands. Paul Ramsey. Whether or not you watch games does not validate your nonsense claim. Okay, Paul Ramsey, but he is kind of, I mean, the last 2 games that I saw from Varane, he had a shocker. So he is kind of, actually, no, sorry, that's not true. But the last couple of games for Real Madrid, not for France, but the last couple of games I saw him have for Real Madrid, he was pretty damn poor. I'm just going to say that and be honest there. Now, you can't really, base a player's whole, reputation on a couple of games, because I don't watch Real Madrid week to week. This is just a couple of times they played English teams in like the Champions League this last season gone. But he didn't have a good game. Didn't have a couple of good games, I'll be honest. But you know what? He's going to be great, guys. Look at over his career. He is a formidable defender. I think he's also a great partner for Maguire. This is the thing. Like, sometimes you need the fire and ice. There's too much of a combination here with the Iceman and the fridge. There's too much. They're both too cold and too slow. You need a bit of fire and ice. So Varane's bringing that fire to warm things up a little bit at the centre-back position. Good partnership, good foil, good combination of players potentially there. We'll have to wait and see. We don't know how Slabby Maguire is going to do. Actually, hang on. What are we going for? Hashtag Moran or hashtag Vaguire? What do you reckon as a duo partnership name? Slabby Vaguire or Slabby Moran? What do you reckon? Basmati rice for you guys, says Sean B. Very nice. End the poll, Piggy. Okay. Oh, wow. No, I'm not ending the poll there. Please have a vote for 1 trophy, everybody. I'm not ending the poll on 0. No way. Everybody have a vote on that poll and tell me that Manchester United are going to win a trophy this season. Vote for 1 at least. Don't vote for fecking 0, guys. What sort of crap's that? Albrox says so many better options. CDM, Kessie, Souček, Goretzka. Great point. Yeah, Goretzka. There is a Goretzka link to Manchester United right now, but the problem with that is he's just using us to try and get a better contract at Bayern, and he will get that contract at Bayern. He's a great player, and they want him. But if we could get Goretzka, I mean, that would be insane. There is an interest from Manchester United there, but it's just not a very strong link right now, I don't think, because I think he's more likely to sign up at Bayern there. But the other players you mentioned, Kessie, what a great signing that would be, guys. He was great against us in the Europa this season for AC. He's had a great season. I really do think that Kessie would be a fantastic addition. He's good box to box. He's strong. He's good going forward as well. He can create and score. He's actually a decent all-round midfielder who wouldn't be that expensive in my opinion either. So that's a very good comment you made there, man. And also, who else did you mention? Yeah, Souček. Exactly. Actually, Souček's better than Rice, isn't he? I would prefer to have Souček than Rice as well. That's a very fair point you made there too. McGann, like a Renault Megane, mate. It is French. McGann, fair play to you, Yash. De Gea is going to improve, says Sir Greenwood. Yep. Look at Varane v City and Chelsea. Won't be able to handle the league, and Ollie is a bottle drop, says biggest Burnley fan. Okay then, biggest Burnley fan. Fair enough. We'll see. Well, I hope you eat your words there, dude. But, only time will tell. I'm just happy we've actually addressed the centre-back issue, because this is a problem area for us that's rumbled on for a long time. Primos says Varunde. Ollie isn't winning nothing, the scrub, says Z18. Well, it will definitely prove you wrong, sir. They said the same about Sir Alex Ferguson back in the day, and look what happened. And you, sir, would have been the same guy calling for Sir Alex Ferguson's head, just so you know. Bunch of mugs. I'm just kidding. You're entitled to your opinion, but look. It's true, though, like, back in the day, in the late 80s, Manchester United, when we had Sir Alex Ferguson in there, it took us a number of years. Wasn't it 4.5 years to win a trophy or whatnot? I mean, that's a long time. You guys, yes, you, Ollie Outer there, sat in your underpants there with your skid marks, you would have wanted Sir Alex Ferguson out at that time. Yes, you would have. Don't deny it, because you would have done. You know why? Because you're a fickle fan meltbag. That's right. I said it. You would have wanted the great Sir Alex out at the time. You just would have done. And you would have completely undone United's history if you'd got your way at the time. If you were around then, you would have wanted him out. I know you would have. Don't lie. I know you would have done. And guess what? We wouldn't have had that legacy and dynasty that he left because of you and your horrible, horrible need to chop and change and not have faith in managers and get behind things and realise that Rome was not built in a day. And that if you want to lay a foundation, it takes time. And if you want to build on that foundation, it takes even more time. And if you want to build a huge giant skyscraper and a gleaming tower, man, it takes a lot of time. And I do think that, Solskjaer's laid the foundations. We're laying the bricks brick by brick. And it's just a matter of time until we do have that gleaming tower glistening in the sun yet again. But right now, it's still a work in progress. I'm not expecting us to go out there and win the bloody treble this season. I just want us to be competitive and challenge and progress. Progress in the squad, progress with the players developing. And look at the squad we've got. Look at the youngsters in there. Just going to say this now. Give it 1 more year, 2 more years. They're just going to be a way better team just naturally from progression and developing. We have so many great young talents in there. If you think Wan-Bissaka's not going to be better than he is now in a year's time, you're wrong. If you think Greenwood's not going to be significantly better in a year's time than he is now, you're wrong. If you think Rashford is not going to be better in a year or two's time, you're wrong. Sancho, all these guys, they're on an upwards spike, guys. They're on an upturn. These guys are only getting better. There's a couple that are diminishing. Matic, Mata, we know about them. They don't have big roles at the club now anyway. Cavani, that'll be a big loss when he goes. But, overall, everyone's going like this. We're going up and up and up. And in a couple of years' time, without signing anybody, we're going to have a brilliant, brilliant team. Yep. Okay, I'm going to end that poll there. It's a very disappointing poll. I've asked the fan base. They're not going to lie, guys. A little bit disappointed there. Most people voted for 0 trophies. So a lot of people, I guess, not having faith in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's management to get us a trophy. Fair enough. I mean, if you look at the last 2 years, we've got close, but he has failed us in that department. I mean, the Villarreal game in the final of the Europa League was a shit show of mistakes from him, really. No disrespect, I love the guy. I think he's done a great job overall, but the actual game was a nightmare. And his in-game management at the end with extra time and, it was very, very disappointing. Hopefully he learned from those sorts of mistakes, and the next time we're in that position, we win them. I said it earlier, you learn more from losing than you do from winning. And I think that he will learn a lot from losing. He learned a lot from being relegated at Cardiff. United's a different entity. He's failed at United as well in a couple of circumstances. The fact we got knocked out the Champions League group stage was a big failure this season just gone. And then the fact that we got to the Europa League final and binned it against Villarreal was a huge mistake. It's a huge loss this season. So he's had some big kicks in the old cojones as United boss already. And it's about how we come back from it. Ain't nothing going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning's done. To quote Rocky Balboa there, And that's what he needs to do. He just needs to brush off, and we need to come back stronger this year. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do with these new signings we got coming in. Yes, agreement says, Mr. P, exactly why I said you told your dad. Nice. Great minds think alike, Squire. Fixed the Problem says, which club would take this fader? Craig Burnley summed it up perfectly. You're talking rubbish, Fix the Problem, mate, to be fair. Which club would take him? I mean, lots of clubs would be interested in Rafael Varane. In fact, Fabrizio Romano said that PSG were interested in signing him before they got the Sergio Ramos deal, because they just cheaped out on Ramos, basically, because he's a free and because they'd already signed a few big-name players. But they were interested in him. Of course they were. He's a top player. I mean, don't make me laugh. This is going to be a great signing, guys. I mean, come on. People are actually suggesting that this guy's not a good player. He's been a part of a Real Madrid team that's won bloody four Champions Leagues, I believe, since Real Madrid's. Yeah, hang on. Sorry. How many medals, Champions League? Yeah, how many Champions League winning seasons has Rafael Varane been a part of? Is it 3? Even so, the point I mean, he's been a part of one of the best teams in Europe for many years and been a successful part of that team. And France as well, World Cup winners. My, oh my. And you don't think this guy's a good standard player? I suppose you want us to get Ryan Shawcross from fucking Stoke City instead, don't you, Mel? Bloody unbelievable. Fergie's son says Varane is world-class 100%. 100% he's world-class. I agree with you, Fergie's son. Yeah, that's just silliness. That's just trolling. Sunset Boulevard says, I'm not a troll. He's on a decline. I'm a Liverpool fan. Virgil van Dijk is levels above, says Sunset Boulevard. Hey, I mean, I'm just going to say objectively now, I think Virgil van Dijk is probably the best centre-back in the league when he's fit. Yeah, fair enough. But we'll have to see how Varane does in the Prem. Varane is a force, mate. He's still won a shitload of stuff. He's a boss defender. My dad's harder than your dad and all that. That's what you're saying here. My dad's fucking Bruce Lee, mate. All right. Kenji Mitchell says Varane won 3 back-to-back Champions Leagues. Zenit's Flames, exactly. There you go. 3 back-to-back Champions Leagues, but he's shit. Listen, you don't, I'm sorry to say, but it doesn't matter how good an attacking side you are. You don't win 3 Champions Leagues back-to-back if you're not a good defensive outfit as well. You just don't. And yeah, okay, he's got Ramos there marshalling him in with that experience, and he's one of the best players of his generation next to him. But even so, he's a huge part of that, guys. So what a load of old shit. I can't believe people who are literally suggesting that Varane is a mediocre player. What a load of old shit. Anyway, and Berber says Van Dijk might be finished after that injury. That's a fair point. You know, you've seen players get a big bad injury like that and they come back, they're not quite the same. I think he will come back and be absolutely fine. But, you know, you brought a good point there, Berber. He might not be. Ollie will just for 1 season, says Asad Khalid. Well, I think there's a fair amount of pressure on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to perform this season now. He has to get us competitive and challenging for all things because he's been given what he wants, basically. He's been given Sancho, he's been given Varane. He's been given these players, and if he doesn't get us results or at least get us competitive in all competitions, then it's hard to really justify. I'm going to be patient with him, but I want to see how he performs. No, I'm not just going to blindly support Ollie into the dark, and if he's leading us down the garden path. If we're 6th come Christmas time and we're failing, you have to say that it would be a massive failure from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because of who we've signed and how we finished last season and, you know, the squad that we've now got. There's no excuses not to be challenging. KNG Mitchell says Varane is one of the best centre-backs in the world and you could easily put him in a debate for the best in the world. His trophy cabinet says it all. So true. As we mentioned earlier, Travis said to me, sent me a message and said that, you know, in terms of trophies won, big trophies won too, there's not many more decorated players in the Premier League. We're getting one of the most experienced winners that there is in the league. You know, Thiago's up there, of course, with Bayern winning things. But man, oh man, Varane's an absolute winner. Yeah, Rupert Meadow, we're doing some GTA tonight, Squire. Absolutely. Dan Sweet says Varane has won 18 major titles with Madrid. It's unbelievable, isn't it? And people are slagging him off somehow. Guys, do us a favour. We're so close to 150 likes. Do us a big favour. Hit the thumbs up if you have not done so. Get involved. I'm going to stick around for 5 minutes or so. So have your say in the live chat. I want to hear from you. If you're new, just subscribe and then you can talk after 1 minute. We've got subscriber mode on to deal with some of the troll bags. So get your thoughts and opinions in. Just subscribe if you're new and you'll be able to comment after 1 minute. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you click the bell icon. That way you'll get a notification when we post and go live. And make sure you follow us up on social media at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. And also the website is unitedflyinghigh.com. Check that one out. Yash says Pigo, Sancho and centre-back were supposed to be bought last year. We're still playing catch-up to City. It's true, and it depends on what they do this summer, though. They bought 2 centre-backs last summer, one of which, in particular, Ruben Dias, turned out to be basically the best centre-back in the league last season. So that is a good point. They've got a more ready-made, developed team. They have actually just lost a big player for them up top, though. Sergio Aguero is their greatest player, arguably. And he's just gone. Now, they've got Gabriel Jesus up there. There's talks of them signing Kane. But they've got to actually try and make that happen now. So if they don't sign Kane, or they don't sign Grealish, then, you know, I'm feeling pretty good that we could close the gap a bit. But if they have a big window like we're expecting them to do, like they do most seasons, and invest, like last season. But you know what? Look at this financial fair play stuff that's come out recently. Fucking hell, I hate City, by the way. A bunch of cheating bastards. Honestly, making a mockery of financial fair play, these twats putting. Cooking the books is the word, guys. Fucking unbelievable. Anyway, let's not get into that. But basically, City... maybe they will rein it in just a little bit this summer because of that, in case they get investigated and banned and points deducted and sent down to the bloody foot of the Football League. Maybe they'll actually have a little bit of a chilled out summer spend this year. It's possible because of the eyes that have just come on them recently, of course, in regards to their fiddling. And that's what it is. Damn right, fiddling by Manchester City. So maybe you'll just see them, you know, shackle it a little bit this summer, but I doubt it. They'll still probably sign Grealish or whatnot. But if they sign those players, of course, they're going to be even better. If they don't, maybe we can close the gap a little bit. That's the idea. Guardiola needs goals and Kane needs trophies. Yeah, so true, Drew Who. So true. Yeah, they're just losing that big player, Aguero. They need to get another player in there. I think they'll pull it off, guys. I actually do. I think they'll get the Kane deal done. Now, we've heard recently Daniel Levy has said he's ruled it out. Absolutely not. But if they offer 100 mil and then another good player on top of it, let's just say they did offer Jesus or Sterling, someone like that in return, I mean, that's a pretty damn attractive offer, really, if you're Daniel Levy for a player who wants away anyway, who may want away anyway. City, the cheating vaginas, so true. The Kate Cadet. What about the Kate Cadet Super Chat pig? What about Golf Pig? Have I missed a Super Chat, guys? Charlie McNeil is going to be a sick pig. Oh, I'm so sorry, the Kate Cadet. I did miss your Super Chat. You're a legend, dude. Thank you so much for sending that in. Sorry, mate. I missed it somehow. My bad. You're a legend. He says Charlie McNeil is going to be sick pig. Yes, I mean, I haven't seen a lot from him, but I'll take your word for it. We've signed up another few lads to a long-term deal today as well. Hugo as well. You know, it's looking good to Kate Cadet, I must admit, for the future. I mean, I think Hannibal's going to be a great player. I think Mengi could be a great player. I think Laird could be a good player. I really do think that players like Garner, I think Garner could be a tremendous player, actually. Who's your favourite youth player? Not Greenwood. Don't mention somebody that's in the first team proper. Who's your favourite youth player right now? You know, I really do rate Jimmy Garner. I also think that Mejbri's a great player. And Elanga very much impressed me recently as well. Yeah. Elanga's a banger. Chong is shit, says fix the problem. Yeah, okay. Did you see his goal he scored the other day? That was a sick goal, mate. Congratulations on Varane. Thank you, animations. I'm buzzing about that. Oh, shit. What's happened here? Guys, am I still online? Oh, okay. Sorry, my screen just went totally blank there, guys. I don't know what happened. It's back now. All right, then. We've got an update here from Matty Rushmano. Thank you so much, the Rushmano Nater. Let's have a look and see what the latest is. Okay. So, yes. So, by the way, guys, if you missed this, this is an update from Yanana Fjortov. No, from Fabrizio Romano, right? Just look at what he replied to Yanana Fjortov with the winky face, the plane emoji, and the England flag, obviously insinuating that Varane is on his way to England pretty soon for a medical, etc., which is pretty awesome. So just to remind you on that if you just got in here. But yes, let's have a look at this new update from Rushmano. Thank you so much for sending it across, bro. Marcus Rashford will hold talks with Manchester United on Tuesday before deciding whether to go ahead with shoulder surgery that would keep him out of action for up to 3 months. Rashford is strongly in favour of having the operation. Let him have the operation. He needs the operation. He needs the operation. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're trying to burn this guy out. We're trying to injure this guy permanently. What are we trying to do there with Rashford? He's already helped us by delaying things last season by playing for us with an injury most season, all the while being slagged off, whilst at the same time feeding the nation's hungry children, for fuck's sake, and being slagged off for his performances, even though he's harbouring an injury, even though he's harbouring a bloody injury the whole time, and he's just playing because we need him. You know, so I can't criticise Rashford at all for his performances last season. He's still got us 11 league goals and whatnot. He needs a break. He needs the surgery. We can't keep playing an injured Rashford. We can't keep putting this off. We need to get him operated on. He needs to have a surgery and he needs to recover. So I say, look, we just have to start the season 3 months without Rashford. What do you guys think? Do you think we should let him have the surgery or just like delay it? I don't think we should delay. I think you should just take the hit now. We are going to obviously be we're going to be a big loss without him in the squad for a few months. But Martial, it's an opportunity for Martial to show what he can do on that left-hand side then, isn't it? Can he make that position his own? Can he challenge Rashford for that position? Cavani's going to be that boss up top, and Sancho's just been brought in on big money to be the boss on the right. I mean, you might see some sort of combination of Sancho playing on the left, I suppose, and maybe Diallo on the right or Greenwood on the right still. That's also possible while Rashford would be out injured. But as far as I'm concerned, we need to get the surgery done, let him have his rehabilitation period, and then we can start looking at progressing his career again. But the guy needs shoulder surgery, guys. Let him have it. Unbelievable. Also, we got some more information here. Manchester United interested in signing Sal Niguez and Kieran Trippier. It's understood United want Niguez as soon as a possible replacement for Paul Pogba. Atletico are keen to get Sal Niguez off their wage bill and could accept a £45 million offer. This is from Chris Wheeler as the source. Yeah, we've heard about this one. Very, very exciting. I mean, I do like Sal. I think he offers us just what we need. I think he is seasoned in the sense that he's 26 and experienced, and that's big. And the role that he's done for Simeone's team is very big. He's defensively minded as well. But he's just a great sort of passer and playmaker and all that sort of stuff. Just a good all-round central midfielder, right? That's what we need right now. We need somebody with a bit of experience. Declan Rice is a bit younger. He's a bit more cumbersome. I don't think he's as skilled. And I also just think that Sal is more proven, has that winners experience now, just winning La Liga with Atletico Madrid. And they're always been in the mix of winning, you know, major trophies over the last few years, Champions League finals, etc., and being unlucky. He's obviously been a part of that over the last few seasons, and I think he would be a great signing for Manchester United. So I would love to see Sal come in there. Smash a 69 in the live chat if you want to see a bit of Sal Niguez in a Manchester United shirt, guys. Yeah. Hey, we smashed 150 likes on the stream. That's absolutely sensational, guys. Thank you so much to every one of you that's got in here and hit that like button. If you haven't done, please do. I'm going to stick around for a few minutes. So do have your say in the live comment section if you have not done so. Because I want to hear from you. In fact, comment now. And if I've not read a comment from you, I will read it out. I promise you. Oh, shit. Hang on. Let me give that a refresh. I've melted something. Yes, right. Write a comment. If I've not read your comment out, I will read it out. Have the surgery, says Nigel. Surgery, says Yash. Absolutely. Gamer Trippy, hello Gamer Trippy, how you going? Ollie Reynolds getting the 69 in there. He wants to go to Barcelona if they can afford him, says Alex Walker. What, Sal, yeah? Okay, well, we'll have to see. I mean, I think it's not that realistic for United right now. I think the Rice deal is the most realistic out of all the CDM options. Albrock says, we are United. We should be linked with Mbappe and Haaland. They should be lucky to play for us. Yeah, that's true, Albrock. But you know what? At least we are going in the right direction. Last few years, we haven't really been, you know, eating at the upper echelon table, really. We have been feeding off scraps, so to speak, because of the Glazers shackling us in the transfer market with our spending power and also our failure recently in recent years to challenge and give players what they need in terms of Champions League football, etc. We're making strides now, though, and I think this window is a big indicator of that. This could be the turning of the leaf at United. We're signing Varane, who's a big world-class name, and Sancho, one of the most sought-after hot properties in football right now as well. So you can't really argue with that. Butters says 69. Apparently Madrid sold Varane because they want Mbappe. Wow, Rupert Meadow. I don't think they can afford him right now. Griffo Chaz comments, Rashford is probably the first player we've had in ages that 100% embodies Man United. Well said. So true. He's an absolute diamond, isn't he? Ricardo Bofa says surgery. Pig, do you think Varane could bring the best out of Lindelof like Telos did? Not really, Nigel. Rupert Madrid come out saying they hope he stays, and he said he's leaving. We've got 159 likes. Nice. Peter Coveney, what did I miss? Okay, let me give you a quick rundown, Peter. So Manchester United, we're on the verge of completing this Varane deal. More details, Varane contract with Manchester United will be on a 4-year deal with a further option for a year until June 2026. Personal terms agreed, obviously, days ago. Paperwork prepared in the last few hours. Agreement in place between the two clubs, 42 million euros altogether. Sorry, pounds altogether, 34 million pounds up front, 8 million in add-ons. It's agreed. He's flying to Manchester soon. Over the next coming days, we're expecting the official announcement from Manchester United inside 1 week. But that's, you know, the official announcement takes a little bit of time. Remember when Sancho flew in for his medical, it took a little bit of time even after that to announce it. So that's the official announcement. He has to quarantine for a while as well. That's the latest we're hearing. So it's all basically done, guys. You know, he's not quite there yet, holding the shirt with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but he's not far away, dudes. He's not far away, is he? Yes. Jonathan Gallagher, we are coming for you. We're coming for you, City. Oh, we're coming for you. City fans, Sub to Flying Pig says they won't get it done. They won't get it done. Sancho and Varane, they won't get it done. Shut up. Go back to your cheating, horrible, no fan club. Anyway, fair play to you, though. But nah, mate. I mean, come on now. Peter Conley says sweetness. Fix the problem, says Ollie and the medical staff is responsible for Rashford's injury. Hey, thank you very much for subscribing, by the way. Who was that who just subscribed? Really appreciate it. It is Soham NASCAR. Soham, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Yeah, we do these daily update videos in regards to United every single day. We'll give you the latest updates as it happens with Varane tomorrow as well, and any other transfer news that we've got. We're hoping for a central midfielder coming in soon as well. So I will give you the latest on this channel. Make sure you click that bell so you get the noti. Sunset Boulevard, this season will be the return of the 98-97 points Hall Club. Let's see if United will be able to keep up, says Sunset Boulevard. Yeah, okay, we'll see. I think we need to keep pace. We need to challenge. It'll be a failure of a season if we finish, 20 points behind first place. It would be a failure of a season with who we've signed and brought in here. Barcelona can't afford Sancho's wages due to their financial trouble. That's even using Griezmann swap. Yeah, there you go. Exactly, Simon. A lot of these La Liga clubs, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico, even though they're all the successful big clubs, they're in financial rack and ruin at the moment. David Beatty says, no, maybe that's part of why we got the Varane deal, because they couldn't match us for the wages. Not that they didn't want him, maybe just they couldn't. I don't know. David B says, now if Pogba doesn't sign a new contract, then I don't know what will. Now's the time to sell. Definitely, David BT. See you later on, Pogba. Had enough of you, pal. Seen enough from you. Fair play to you for trying half the time. Matthew says, do you really see Kane working in City's system? Absolutely. He's a goal scorer and a creator. Look at how many assists he got this season for Spurs. Actually, very impressive stats this season, in terms of assists and goals. He's a good all-round footballer. Of course he will. If they feed him, he will score. He's a great goal scorer. I mean, okay, he's not the nippy getting behind player like a Sergio Aguero is, but you know what? He's a great all-round centre-forward, so of course he will do well there. Hopefully Neves or Sal would love Neves more so, says United Prodigy. Yeah, I love him too. He's only 23, Portuguese vibes, nice guy, great footballer, great technician, great vision, great passer, great, volleys. The guy's a machine. Absolutely, Ruben Neves is the daddy. Peter Comedy says they're trying to give him away, but 700k a week wages, who the hell would pay that? Madness. Yeah, you can't. Who's going to pay that? Rushmano says we got 166 likes. That's brilliant. Thank you. We're only 3 away from 169. Soham Nascar says, I feel bad for Victor Lindelof, by the way. I'm a Real Madrid fan. Sad to see Varane and Ramos leave. Now we have to buy a new centre-back as soon as possible. Thank you, Soham, and getting in here. How do you rate Varane, then? We've seen a lot of people come in here and say, oh, he's not that good. How do you rate Varane, Soham, as a Real Madrid fan? How do you rate him? And also, Lindelof, I mean, I don't really feel too bad for him, to be fair. He's had a fair crack at the whip. He's a decent player. Maybe he still will stay around and be a part of the squad. I don't feel too bad about him. I think it's important that United improved in that position. Loyalty and being a nice guy is one thing, but you've got to look at the, you've got to look at the bigger problems in the team and try and aggressively be a bit ruthless here. But yeah, I mean, that's it. You've got Alaba in, though. That's a really good signing. Jordi Alaba. Sorry, not Jordi Alaba. David Alaba. David Alaba. I always do that. I don't know why I mix Jordi Alba and David Alaba up in my head every time. Every time. I call them David Alba and Jordi Alaba. I don't know why. Anyway, David Alaba. You got him in, obviously. That's a great signing. See you, Pogba, says Nicky Slam. Rice or Neves for CDM, says Starlord. Fix the problem he failed or outfailed. Fact, says Jonathan Gallagher. If we get Sal Niguez and sign Pogba to a new contract, they would be key in the midfield with 3 with Fernandes, says Simon Cowie. Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. I can't wait for a season to start. It's going to be a hell of a ride. Full stadiums again. Yeah, it's going to be epic. Get in there, Sunset Boulevard. Come on. Hashtag buzzing. Stephen United, if Pogba doesn't sign and tries seeing out his contract, Ollie should just bench him all season. Good man's mate, starve yourself for a few days, then you can pig out. Peter Coveney, man has 1 World Cup and 3 chance medals. Can't be that shit. Exactly. Neves is more realistic. Maybe Rice is kind of realistic as well because we have that Jesse Lingard, aspect to it. I love Alaba, says Finley Halpin. Yeah, good player, isn't he? Great player. I'd love United to sign him also. But he went to Real. Very good signing by Real there on a free as well. Ridiculous amount of money Haaland is supposed to be looking for. 600k a week. That's greedy, scummy agent Mino Raiola. Ridiculous. He's not going to get that. That's crazy. Never's in, says the Cape Cadet. Fergie San says Glazers making big signings to take the attention off them and put the attention pressure on the manager. The protests hurt them. People see through it, please. Oh, definitely. I see through it as well, Fergie San. Let's get some hashtag Glazers out. You're right. They're just papering over things, trying to appease the fan base right now. It's a PR storm for them. They're just trying to undo the bad PR they got from the European Super League. It's true. Hashtag I believe, says Finley. Buzzing, says Nigel. Buzzing, says Shaddad. Sunset Boulevard's Leeds, I feel, will be in for a shout for top 4. Kills me saying that as a Liverpool fan. Very exciting, very good season they had, actually, their first one back. They will improve. I think they can maybe force their way into challenging for top 8. Alex Walker, even Basuma would be better than nothing. Totally agree. What's going on, G-Wolf, says Pig, your daddy, bro, giving us confidence day by day with the content you have, giving us an absolute legend to get to know over the last year and a half. Mate, thank you very much there, G-Wolf United. You're a legend, G-Wolf, man. No problem at all, mate. Yeah, good luck to you. I hope you, once you've got some, content coming. No, actually, hang on, sorry. In the next gaming stream, G-Wolf, we're going to give you a cheeky little raid or something. You have got content on your channel. So I'm thinking of Aaron Homeyard. Aaron Homeyard, you legend as well. He's going to start streaming too. Once he's got some content, and then we're going to give you a big Bacon Brigade raid. Same goes for you, G-Wolf United, sir. Great to see you streaming. Primot, buzz in. Get in, Primot, you handsome bastard. Josh Smith, stop the Brexit thing. What? United Prodigy, Leeds have a decent manager there. Yeah, he's a decent manager. That's it. Decent's the word. Not great. Okay, no, he is a good manager, to be fair, and they've got them playing exciting football. But you know what? We finished second in the league. How can anybody say Solskjaer's not done a good job finishing second in the league with a team that wasn't the second best squad in the league? Come on. Right, okay, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up there. I've got to. Yes, Ollie in, Glazers out, says Joshua Asimwe. Go on, Joshua. We doing races tonight? You know it, Griffo. We're doing all sorts tonight, guys. Trippy DJ, United Prodigy. Big up the Baker Brigade. Eddie O to your hero as well. Brigadier streaming. Thank you, Eddie. Guys, make sure you subscribe and like before you go. We are wrapping it up there, but we're going to do a GTA stream in a little bit. Hey, Blue Clouds TV. Hello to you, bro. Smash like. Okay, well, give me a little bit of time. I've run over again, guys. I was meant to finish about 1:15. It's nearly 1:30. Be patient with me, but there is the GTA stream link over on my gaming channel, guys. Anybody who wants to come and play with us on Xbox, we're starting on, then we're going to go over to PS4. And if you play GTA online and you want to hang out with us, come by, swing by. We're playing for a few hours over on the gaming channel, Flying Pig Gaming. I've pinned it to the top of the live chat. Please do come and hang out. And even if you can't watch it, even if you're not a fan, show your support to the Baker Brigade by going over there and smashing that thumbs up button on that video too. You can also continue the chat over there when this video finishes if you want to chat with the Baker Brigade. United Prodigy, tonight we're having a night off of FIFA. We're going to do GTA, my son. OP Dragon, you're a legend, mate. Take it easy. Goodbye, Simon Cowie and Blue Clouds TV. Thanks for getting in here. Nigel's heading over to the gaming channel now. You're a legend then, aren't you, Nigel? Thank you, Shazad. Thank you, Jonathan Gallagher says, hashtag Ollie in. Flip-flops out. Well said, Jonathan. Thank you, Shazad. Sin Games, you're a legend, says Ollie. Rushmano, Fergie's son, Jonathan Gallagher, Sunset Boulevard, G-Wolf, Eddie O2, Travis, Rushmano, Shazad. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Do check out the website, unitedflyinghigh.com. Follow us on social media. Flying Pig United on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure you are subscribed to this YouTube channel. It's free. Hit the like on it as well. That's free too. Click the bell. That's also free. I see you buy one, you get one free. I said you buy one, you get one free. That's what's happened with Sancho and Varane. He's not free, but he's half price. You buy one, you get one 50% off. Anyway, I'll leave it there, but thank you for watching. Come back after this video is finished, though, and get your thoughts and opinions in. Please do come back and comment afterwards in the not live comments. Have your say, and let's keep that debate going. But Raphael Varane, he's going to be a red baby. He's coming home. He's coming home. He's coming. Raphael's coming home. See you later on, guys. Take it easy. Much love to you. Kenkichi Ataki, your legend. Hey, see you in a bit, Kenkichi. Sorry, we're wrapping it up now, but great to see you all. Thanks. Sorry if I missed any of you. Much love. Come back and comment afterwards, though, and I'll see you in a bit. When the seagulls follow the trawler. This is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much.